Well, we certainly had a stormy start to our morning across a number of spots and heavy rain in much of the metro area. Our flood risk now coming to an end. It was marginal, level 1 out of 4, coming off of an active last few days. And you'll notice the majority of these storms are either moving right offshore or in our coastal communities at the moment. So we'll continue with dry conditions for the majority of the afternoon further inland. Again, those heavier storms a little bit south of Grand Isle and then closer to Morgan City and Buras on the west and east side respectively. Not seeing rain inland in Terrebonne anymore. We continue with our temperatures somewhere between the 70s and low 80s. So it's certainly muggy, but it feels comfortable in terms of less heat and humidity, which are returning in a big way tomorrow to really the rest of your week. Feels like temperatures at the moment in the low 80s as well. So hopefully anybody that's having any trouble with their AC is getting a little bit of relief. Our hour-by-hour forecast will continue to trend down towards the low 80s and eventual upper 70s tonight. And you'll notice most of the rain chances will have come to an end. So the models did a pretty good job with this system overall, showing cloud cover sticking around for the rest of the day, meaning our temperatures aren't going to top out right at that 90-degree mark, and most locations will probably stay in the 80s. But as we approach your Wednesday, a little bit of a pattern shift is ahead. So we're going to move towards a quieter forecast for less storms, more heat and humidity, and near heat advisory criteria with our temperatures as we approach this weekend. It's going to be very hot because of high pressure dominating once again, and then we'll also be keeping an eye on the tropics. So our high temperatures, instead of the low 90s, will remain in the mid 90s, and we'll start to feel even hotter as we get into the weekend. Actual temperatures around 95 to 96 will make the feels like temperature exceed 105 in many spots, and that's where our heat advisory criteria kicks in. So we're going to have to once again remember the sunglasses, sun hat, sunscreen, and a lot of water as we approach the extended outlook. Now in the tropics right now, there's no development potential for the Atlantic or the Gulf within the next 7 days, but we are going to be watching our moisture content and the possibility of a little low pressure system developing that could heighten some rain chances. As of now, the National Hurricane Center not really focusing on this, but you'll notice it's a little bit further east of New Orleans, just south of the Florida Panhandle. So that could bring a stormier forecast for our neighbors along the Gulf Coast as we approach the start of next week. And a lot of people have beach plans over the course of the month of July. So just something to keep in mind. It looks like there will be greater moisture off towards the Alabama and Mississippi coasts as well compared to New Orleans. This brown always a representation of drier air in place. But we'll be watching that as it evolves. As of now, we're keeping the rain chances pretty low, around 30 to 40% tomorrow, so a little bit of a better opportunity for some relief from the heat, and then we'll bump them down to about 20% through Monday, and even less a week from today on Tuesday. Here's your 7-day forecast. Again, no weather impact alerts issued. We'll, of course, update this if need be, but it does appear that the majority of the rain for today has come and gone. Tomorrow, right around half the viewing area, maybe a little bit less, getting some quick passing storms, but those are going to be more summer-like in nature. And then we'll head towards the end of the week and this weekend with a quieter forecast. Definitely something I think a lot of people are looking forward to for the first weekend in a while.